Greetings, greetings. Hope everybody is well, and I hope that you are swell. On today's episode 12 now, we are going to be discussing our top 10 favorite movies of all time. There's no specific genre, it's just the movies that we enjoy the most. Ozzy, firstly, Metal, how are you, mate?
Oh, you know me, I'm fantastic.
Good, mate. You're looking sexy as ever with those glasses, I must admit, mate.
I better clarify what these are, because it's not just I'm through
Yeah,
my eyes. These are blue light glasses, pretty much. You know, I suffer from migraines a lot, so these help. So I know
and I don't help the situation.
Yeah, they don't look the best, but they do the job. So,
mate, as long as they do the job, that's what you can ask for, really. Right. You know what? You can go first. What's your first two movies? Now, are they in any specific order?
These are the only two in order. Because these two I'm going to do are my favourite of all time. So anything after this, it don't matter. But these two are like 1 and 2.
Okay.
My first one is Alien.
Nice.
Yeah, from 1979. The first Alien movie. I absolutely love this movie. I'd probably say out of the two, it's probably my favourite movie of all time. Because I still, to this day, I reckon it's probably still the best horror movie ever made.
Yeah.
Like, to this day. Like, it's, nearly 50 years old, nearly. And even the modern day movies can't even get close to this movie, in my opinion.
No.
Because there's no CGI. It was all hand done. Like, the actual ship was a little model.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Yeah, a tiny little model they used. And obviously used like, the distance of the cameras to make it look like it's in space. The Xenomorph was an actual guy in a suit.
Yeah.
It wasn't no CGI or anything like that. It's an actual person in a suit. And I had like Sigourney Weaver when she first really started kicking off as an actor.
Like, don't get me wrong, like, she's been in some incredible films, but I think her one that she's known for the most is Alien. Yeah. And mate, I must admit, I did have a bit of a crush on Sigourney Weaver. Mate. She was hot.
But yeah, for me, Alien 1 is probably the best movie probably ever made, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like the writing and everything. Because there is a extended edition of it. Because they made the original. It was like nearly 3 hours long. But Ridley Scott got told it was too long. So the actual original one was the cut down version. Now, if you watch the extended version, which you see extra bits, that's the actual original. That's what it actually was meant to be. Before he had to cut.
I don't think I've seen the. Yeah, I don't think I've seen the original. I've seen obviously the one that everyone has seen, but I don't think I've seen like the director's extended cut.
I think it adds an extra like 40 minutes, nearly to an hour.
Bloody hell!
Something like that. I could be wrong. Someone could quote me, obviously, but I'm pretty sure it's like 40 to an hour they cut out. Because it was like originally 3 hours long, but the original was just 2 hours, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's again, I'm trying to think now if any other like modern movies even come close to it.
Not horror, anyway.
No, not especially involving in space with aliens and all this. Like, nowhere near.
I must admit though, Alien Romulus, the newest one, that was actually pretty good.
I've not actually seen that one.
I was surprised. I was actually surprised on
I've heard a lot of good things
it was.
about it, actually, the Romulus. So I need to watch it because I haven't watched a movie in about 4 years. But but that'd be the one I'd watch because obviously I'm a massive Alien fan. I watched them all apart from Romulus, so I'll definitely have to give that one a go.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. And they pay massive tribute as well to the OG, which is nice.
Good. Yeah, because you obviously had Giger, who's the creator of the Xenomorph.
Yeah,
he's long past, but his family, I think his son is still doing it, doing all the crafts and all that. Because I think it's in Switzerland, because he's from Switzerland. There's an actual bar you can go in, and it's all like Xenomorph themed and that, or Giga themed.
Oh, that'd be good. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, it looks like inside like the engineer's ship and everything looks really cool. I think it's in Switzerland. Again, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he's from Switzerland.
We'll have to see if we can arrange to maybe go down. I would be down for that.
Yeah, I've always wanted to go there. Give us your podcast in there. Huh?
That would be actually, you know what? That would be actually really cool.
That would.
That would be, oh, that'd be sick. Yes. What's your number 2?
John Carpenter's The Thing.
Oh, with Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell, yeah. Again,
Yeah,
no
that's classic
CGI.
movie.
Everything was handmade. What they used to actually make all the stretchy parts and that was actually bubblegum. They used bubblegum. Heated up bubblegum. It's all hand done. It wasn't CGI, because I know they made the prequel one. They handmade everything, but then done CGI on top of it.
And it just doesn't make.
Yeah, it sort of ruined it. And again, The Thing, the original, again, what a great horror movie. Again, isolated. You've got this mysterious alien. They don't know who it is as well. You're always guessing. Even to this day, sometimes I'm like, I forget who's the alien and who's not.
Yeah.
Again, Kurt Russell, one of my favourite actors. He's brilliant at it, Kurt Russell.
Mm-hmm.
Because funny story, you know that massive hat he wears?
Yeah.
He didn't really want to wear that.
Did he not?
No, John Carpenter made him wear it. Yeah, he didn't want to wear it, but John Carpenter said, "No, you're wearing it because it suits the character." So he made him wear it.
I was going to say, yeah. Can you imagine him not wearing it?
Yeah,
it'd be weird.
But yeah, the movie's great, especially all the survival aspects of them being stranded, and I love it. Especially I like the part where they use how the thing couldn't morph any sort of solid object, like any metal. Yeah, I love that aspect of it because then it keeps you looking at the characters yourselves, like if they got any nose rings, earrings, any rings, and see if you can spot. I love that aspect of it. It's a shame movies don't really do that anymore.
They don't. They just heavily rely on like you said, like CGI, and it seems like it's a bit of a cop out. But don't get me wrong, like CGI, it like some movies with CGI in, they can be absolutely phenomenal, but it's just not the same.
No, I think they just rely too much on it now these days.
Yeah.
Like me, again, it might be me being like an old man, but I prefer it back when it was all just like prosthetics, all being hand done and put on the time of it. Obviously, the times move on. Obviously, things get better, but then again, all the prosthetics can get better.
Yeah.
And like, it's too much CGI sort of ruins it. Again, I'll go to the Thing prequel. They made, I think it was like 2000, in the 2010s area.
Yeah.
I think it's around that area. Again, they made all the prosthetics, and then CGI over top of it. Like, what's the point? Like, you just wasted all your time, wasted all that money creating them, then you CGI over top of it.
Yeah, it's like, it's like someone build the Eiffel Tower, but then decides to add a house on top of it just for extra pizzazz. It's not needed, you know? But yeah, not make two great films, though. Good choice. So you've nicked my number 2. So my number 2 is The Thing. But my number 1 is Django Unchained, director Quentin Tarantino. And you got Jamie Foxx plays as Django. Now, I have seen this film well over 50 times, easily. I love the character Christoph Waltz. For me, he's
really good in it.
He's a phenomenal actor. He's in Inglourious Bastards. He's in almost all Quentin Tarantino movies since Inglourious Bastards onwards. But he's such a good actor. Django Unchained, by far one of my favorite movies. The writing, the art style, the atmosphere. And
there's also improv in the movie as well, isn't there?
Yeah.
With DiCaprio, when he slams his hand on the table and it breaks the glass and he cuts his hand.
Yeah, and he cuts it.
Yeah, that's all improv.
He continues with the scene.
Yes, he continues the scene and he wipes the blood on the woman's face, doesn't he? If I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And because I can remember hearing about that, and after they cut the scene, everyone clapped him for it. Because he just went pure improv with it. And completely made the scene his own.
Yeah. For me, it's such a phenomenal film, and I just love the story of Jamie Foxx as the slave, and he becomes this hero that goes to rescue his wife from one of the plantations, and just shit goes down, and he meets up a dentist who is technically actually a bounty hunter, and he's German, and turns out they've got more. I can't think of the bloody word. They got more in common than they realize, because he's German. His Django's wife is, well, she's not German, but she can speak German. And Broomhilde, I think her name was. Absolutely phenomenal film. And then my number 2, The Thing. You can't beat it. No, honestly, you really can't. Movie. For me, it was either The Thing or The Alien. They were literally on par. But I just think, because I've seen The Thing more than The Alien, because I was brought up with that type of film, I just slightly lean into The Thing. What's your number 3 and number 4? Obviously, again, after these don't really come in order.
These are not in order now. But my third would be Aliens, the second Alien movie.
All right, okay.
James Cameron did this one.
Yeah.
This one Ridley Scott. This one. This one's more action based, but it still had that horror aspect to it as well. And it's got some iconic scenes. So it's Game Over, Man. And it's got some really good Bill Paxton and all sorts. And it's just a really great movie. I've seen all these movies probably 50 plus times. And never get bored of them. Especially like Aliens. It's always a good watch. It's always a good watch.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't go wrong.
Nah. It's the iconic moments like Bill Paxton saying Game Over, Man. That's been used for like forever now. That is.
Yeah.
But the Aliens, definitely. I know Aliens, but talk about Alien 3. A lot of people didn't like Alien 3. I didn't mind it. It's the one in the prison. I didn't mind it.
Never watched Alien 3. I haven't. I know.
Guess what you're doing tonight.
We'll do a date.
But a lot of people didn't like Alien 3 because the xenomorph sort of turns into like, a lot of people call it the dog alien because it's sort of like, it does look like a bit of a dog, but the actual, again, the atmosphere of it, I really liked it. But Alien 4 is really good. A resurrection, so I'll say, really good until the ending. But again, my favourite 2 is obviously Alien and Aliens, like 100%.
Yeah.
Now for me, 4th, again, is an absolute classic. It's Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. Please tell me you've seen it.
I have seen it. I'm not a massive fan of Lord of the Rings.
All right, that's the end of the podcast. There's a good run. We've done well.
Yeah, I'm not a massive fan. But I'm the same with Star Wars, though. I'm not a massive fan of Star Wars.
I'm not a big massive Star Wars fan, but I love Lord of the Rings. I've seen these movies again. I remember when they first come out. I am old enough to know when they come out. And I can always remember watching the Helm's Deep battle. Absolutely loved it. When you got Gimli and Legolas, that's when their friendship really sort of blossomed. Yeah. And Legolas goes to Gimli, I can get you a box because he can't see over the wall.
And he just goes,
he starts laughing at him. And they have that little competition. And then the actual fight scene's incredible. And you've got 10,000 orcs just against a few hundred men. And all the build up to it's really good as well. But the actual final battle for me really sells the movie, and it's amazing. I love the Two Towers. I love all of them. But out of the 3, I would definitely say Two Towers out of the 3. Don't get me wrong, the first movie, Fight Ship's pretty good. It's a little bit slower. Then obviously you got Turn of the King, the third one. Again, really good.
Yeah.
Fight scenes are amazing. Especially the one at Gondor. Great move, great fight scene. One at the end as well, to give Sam time to carry Frodo up the mountain. Spoilers.
Yeah.
The movie's been out for 20 plus years now, and it was even before that. Like the actual books have written. World War I, I think.
Were they?
Yeah, like Lord of the Rings is like.
Bloody hell!
I think it's World War I.
It's over 100 years old.
Nearly, I'm pretty sure. Or it's World War II. One of them. Because there's only one member of the actual Lord of the Rings cast that actually met Tolkien. And that's Christopher Lee.
All right, okay.
Yeah, Christopher Lee. One to play Saruman. and Token said to him he wanted him to play Gandalf. But
Yeah, but he said
obviously Ian McKellen played Gandalf, but
Yeah.
he played Saruman. But he was the only member of that cast to meet him. So maybe I have to go and make sure.
I think it would have been World War Two.
It could be
because World War One was 1914 to 1918, and then World War Two was 1939 to 1945.
But then Token,
If I'm not mistaken.
I'm pretty sure he passed away like in the 80s or something like that. Like, he was quite old.
Could have been World War One then.
Yeah, because his son, obviously he owns his. No, I think it's actually his grandson now owns his estate. I'm pretty sure. So I don't think his son's around anymore now. I'm pretty sure Token was World War One. Pretty sure. Again, if anyone can correct me, go ahead. But then, because obviously Christopher Lee was in the army, well, he was SAS. Christopher Lee. And I think he's in World War Two, but they did meet. I don't think they actually met in the army. Yeah. I think it was outside the army.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's World War One. Again, I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is.
If he is wrong, to the people that find out, make sure he doesn't live it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
good choices though.
Yeah, honestly, again, I love these movies. These movies are none of them are modern. I'll say that. None of these movies are modern movies. They're quite old. They're very old. Like, if I look at my list now, probably the newest one. It's probably my next one actually. Actually, no, I should go next, isn't it? Yeah, because I just done my two. I've done Aliens and Two Towers, but my next one, when it comes back to me, is probably the most modern one out of the lot. Yeah.
Right. So, my 3 and 4 is Halloween, the original. I love the atmosphere of it with Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
Like for me, just because he comes across very human-like with Michael Myers. He comes across very human-like. I'm just really weird because he's stalking. He's just standing there. As Patrick Star once said, he's just standing there menacingly. But whatever you did to Michael Myers, he just came back. And you're like, whoa, is he actually human then? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
But for me, for a film that old to create that much atmosphere, I think it's absolutely phenomenal.
Again, that's what sort of set. Like, if you look at like the Alien, the Thing, the number one thing they got from them is the atmosphere. They create that tension.
Yeah.
Like the Halloweens, all these create that like tension, especially like, from back in their time. Like it was quite mad.
Yeah. It's like compared to like modern day movies, or even like I hate to say it, the most recent Halloween is just rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. They did him dirty.
Well, I've got about 20 minutes into it, and I was like, no, turn it off. I'll turn it off. It's awful.
Well, I stuck through it because I was hoping there might have been a grain of hope, but no, there was none. And they did my boy Mike dirty. But yeah, just like comparing the newest one to the oldest one, it's the difference is night and day.
Yeah.
The newest one, there was no atmosphere at all. They were trying to tie off, the sort of strands to connect everything together, but it just created more knots. You're like, what's going on? But for me, the first Halloween, magnifique.
Yeah, and I'd say that the Rob Zombie Halloweens weren't too bad either. Like,
yeah, they weren't too bad.
Well, the first one, the second one was a bit iffy, but the first Rob Zombie one actually wasn't too bad at all. I don't think.
Yeah.
Like, compare them to the actual ones they've done now. Like, I'd rather watch the Rob Zombie ones than the new ones any day of the week.
Yeah.
But obviously, you can't beat the OGs. You can't beat the OGs.
No. So my number 4 spot for me is a classic. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but I do like it. The Princess's Bride with Andre the Giant.
Oh, sorry, I don't know if I've ever seen this.
You know what? It's a cult classic. Like the story behind it is amazing. There's action, there's love, there's magic, there's potions, it's got literally got everything. And there's a sense of comedy in it. And for me, there's two characters that's in there that steals the show. So you got I can't remember what his character name is, but it's Andre the Giant, and he plays this character phenomenally. He's thick as pig shit, all right, but he's the most sweetest guy and he's got like he's the one with the like extreme strength, and he's picking up these mini boulders and he's just lobbing them. And it's such a good film. And again, the art scene, everything is handmade. There's no CGI.
Yeah.
It's just perfect. But yeah, and I used to watch it a lot when I was a kid. I used to have it. I think I used to have it on VHS, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, obviously a lot of kids nowadays don't even know what VHS is.
So a lot of these movies, apart from actually 2 of them are mine, I didn't watch the VHS. But all the rest was on VHS.
I got a couple of modern films on my list, but yeah, we'll get to it anyway. And Fezzik, that's the thing. Yeah, sorry, Kicks just wrote a chat.
And you know another movie that Andre the Giant was in? He starred Arnold Schwarzenegger. He was in it with him.
It's not Terminator.
No, it's not Terminator, no.
I was going to say, you could imagine it.
It's in the same era as Terminator. It's in the same decade, I'm pretty sure. It's probably in his first... This film probably is part of a series of films that sort of really showed Arnie like what he can do.
Right, okay. So he was still in his action man phase was it?
I think this is, if I had to guess, I don't know the specific date, the set films come out in like the late 80s. They did remake them as well. They did remake it.
It's not Predator.
No. The actor they remade it with is quite big now. He's fairly big. They remade it with Jason Momoa, Aquaman. No?
I haven't got a clue.
Conan.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, Conan the Barbarian. Yes.
Yeah, Andre Giant's in Conan the Destroyer, the second one.
I've never seen the second one. That's probably why. But I never knew that.
You need a history lesson, you do.
I do, yeah. Yeah, there's some stuff I need to catch up on.
There's an iconic photo of Arnie, Andre the Giant, and there's a basketball player. I want to say his name's like Wilt Chamberlain, something like that. Like, the basketball player makes Andre the Giant look small. Like, the basketball player's like 7'2". Obviously, Andre the Giant's like 7 foot, and Arnie's like 6 foot. And like, there's an iconic photo of him. But yeah, he's in. Obviously, you ain't seen the movie, so I ain't gonna, because you won't get who Andre the Giant is. But yeah, he's in that movie with Arnie.
Yeah.
But
yeah, the
Conan the Destroyer. You've seen Conan the Barbarian, right?
Yes, I've seen the original. Of course, I have. But yeah, not the second one. Sorry. But yeah, that's my 3 and 4. What's your 5 and 6?
Ooh, where am I? Oh, again, following on the theme of like the Lord of the Rings. This one is The Hobbit: The Battle of 5 Armies.
I think it's going to say like Willow.
No, I've seen Willow. I've seen Willow.
I've seen Willow, yeah.
Like 20 years ago. But yeah, no, Hobbit: The Battle of 5 Armies. This is probably the most modern one. No, it is the most modern one by about 20 odd years.
Yeah.
Again, if you haven't watched the extended edition, go and watch the extended edition because it's like 4 hours long, and there's extra. The fight scene at the end, there's like extra bits in the actual massive fight scene at the end where you got the 5 armies.
Yeah.
I didn't know about it until my mate told me, because he was telling me bit. He was talking about it one day, and he was saying bits. I'm thinking that didn't happen. Like that didn't happen. You went, yeah, it did. I went, oh, it didn't. You went, have you seen the extended editions? I was like, no. You went, guess what we're doing right now? And then we watched it, and it's like an extra hour or so on the actual battle.
Really?
Yeah. Like, always watch the extended edition, especially like Lord of the Rings, Aliens. Always watch the extended editions. Don't watch the normal. Obviously, you got to wait for it to come out, but it's again, I love the Battle of Five Armies. The characters, obviously, I love all the dwarfs. All great.
It's because me and you were dwarfs.
Basically, yeah. I'm like far off there. Again, the battle at the end with all the dwarves come and fight the elves, because that's what you like. Okay, spoilers. Honestly, at the beginning of the fight of the Battle of Five Armies, when you watch the original version, you don't see the elves and the dwarves actually fight each other.
Oh, right, okay.
In the extended edition, you actually see them fight each other. Like right at the beginning.
Oh.
Yeah.
I wonder why they took that out then.
Because obviously, when it first gets released, it's got to hit a certain threshold. If it goes over it, they go, no, it's too long, you have to take that out. And then obviously it leads to them going, no, we can make extended editions later on and earn more money. I mean, because they can re-release it like 10 times.
Yeah, that's true.
But there's loads. There's ones where, like, again, spoilers. The dwarves actually ride out in a carriage. Right? And it's got like blades on the side of it, and it's like goats, and they go through the whole battlefield, like taking people's heads off and things like that. And like, you don't see that in the original.
Yeah.
When I first see it, I thought, whoa. Look, this is
like a different movie.
It is a different movie. It's a totally different movie. I honestly didn't believe it. Because I didn't really look at the Battle of Five Armies, but when I watched the extended edition, I was like, yeah, this is incredible. Like, the actual battle at the end gets 10 times better if you watch the extended edition, like 10 times better. It is a bit longer, it's about 4 hours, but...
Oh, but still, though, if the movie's worth watching.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like, I've watched it so many times. I like all three of the movies, but my favourite is Battle of Five Armies for me.
Yeah.
I'll do like the second one, or Smaug. It's pretty good, but yeah, Battle of Five Armies is top tier. Brilliant.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll say it's better than Two Towers. Out of the two.
No, I don't think it is.
No, I'll say Two Towers is probably better. Yeah, I'll say Two Towers.
I was going to say, you're really contemplating.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking about it. I'm like, is it one? Obviously, I don't sit it too long, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll go Two Towers. Just for time's sake. But my other movie, again, is an absolute classic. Please tell me you've seen this. Starship Troopers.
Yes. Oh. Yes, I've seen Starship Troopers, yes. And I got forced to watch that. Can someone maybe get that snippet where Metal was stretched back? I want to use that for his birthday card. Yeah, I seen Starship Troopers. I had to watch it. So an old mate of mine, his older brother, I think he's like 35 now, maybe even older. And yeah, I went over my mate's house to watch him play games, and he was watching a film, and I was like, oh, what are you watching? He said, oh, Starship Troopers. Mm. And he just started the film, and he literally went up to my mate. He turned off his computer mid playthrough of Fallout New Vegas. He just went, "We're watching Starship Troopers." Yeah,
I love the movie. I wish they made a proper game of it. Like, I really wish they actually made a real proper game. They've made.
Have they made? I was going to say, yeah. Are they any good?
No, not really. They're quite lackluster. No. You know what I mean? It's a game movie. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah. But hopefully one day they'll actually make an actual real good game out of it. Because, again, it's got iconic scenes. Like, it's an ugly planet. It's a bug planet. And the mate gets cut in half. But he gets cut in half by the arachnids and that. And then you see it again. You see all the Starship Troopers, all the drop troopers running around. They're all getting chased by these arachnids, getting cut in half. It's quite a graphic movie. Like,
it is, like, for its time as well.
Yeah, it's quite a graphic movie, so if you're a bit faint-hearted and that, don't watch it, because there's, like, limbs flying out of everywhere, people getting cut in half, all sorts. And there's, like, a brain bug, let me say that properly, a brain bug that sucks people's brains out. It's like a big fat grub that comes out in these little bugs, and it's got, like, a little straw. And it goes in people's heads and sucks their brains out and that. And, again, I love the movie. I've seen it so many times.
But, like, the idea of it as well, like, of the creatures, something you have to appreciate.
I mean, it expired Helldivers.
Yeah.
Like, the game Helldivers, it expired that. Obviously, Helldivers 1 wasn't too good, but Never actually played Helldivers 2, but apparently it's really good. I've never actually played it, but
Yeah, I haven't played it.
yeah, but it's supposed to be really good. But it inspired that. And like, again, if you haven't watched Starship Troopers, go and watch it. I know it's about, must be about 25 years old now.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched it on
Yeah,
VHS.
yeah.
Yeah, I watched it on VHS. In like
Yeah,
the
no,
late 80s, I think.
Yeah, my mate had it on Blu-ray.
Yeah,
when
I
he,
had it on Blu-ray.
yeah, because he stuck it in his PlayStation 3.
Mm.
But yeah. B's come up with a good question in chat. So B has said, if you ever want a game that turns into a movie, if you ever want a game that turns into a movie, what would you choose?
Oh.
That's a really good question.
I've got loads.
You know what? Yeah.
One of mine's already a movie. Right, you probably all know what I'm going to say. We did talk about
Resident Evil.
Yeah, Resident Evil. Like,
I was just about to say that for me.
yeah, like, if I could, erase those movies and actually make a proper Resident Evil movie. So. And what else would I make as well? That's actually a really good question.
That is a really good question. But yeah, Resident Evil, 100%.
Yeah,
That's like, I think for me, that's top of the list.
Yeah, like, actually make.
Yeah, we need to erase Alice. Yeah. She needs to be gone.
Someone needs to find Paul W. Anderson, punch him, then we'll make new ones. That's what they need to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what else? So I think all the games I played now.
Yeah.
The Last of Us, for me, obviously you've just obviously bought the games, but
I've just bought Last of Us Part 1, yeah.
I would love them to do the Last of Us movie. Like, I've not watched the TV show. I'll never watch the TV show. Because the games are too good.
Apparently it's supposed to be decent.
Yeah, for me, the games are too good. I will not do it to myself.
Yeah.
I will not watch that TV show. I don't care what anyone says. It could be the best TV show in the world. I am not watching it. But if they can actually sort of make I would look at like an animated movie, sort of.
Yeah.
Instead of like a real live action one. Yeah, it's basically Fortnite. Just make Fortnite a movie, but
yeah,
I would like something like that. And sort of actually not like animate sort of like so it looks like the game, but it's an actual like movie. But then again, you much rather just play the game then at that point. But
yeah, I'm trying to think of. I would say either. I think State of Decay would make a decent movie because everyone has zombies. I think that'll be actually semi-decent, especially if like the if they have the sort of idea, like with the Last of Us series, the same director did that. I think it would actually be a decent movie. Or
I've got a good one.
B, you really stumped us. Oh, go on.
Dead Space.
Yes,
Dead Space.
That'd be awesome. I would 100% watch it.
Literally, right? Again, they got the perfect formula. Dead Space 1, perfect. Copy and paste. Get some good actors, copy paste. Don't make an imaginary character called Alice who's got magical powers. Who can like, blow people's brains up through a camera and all this. Literally, copy, paste. Millions. Well done. That's all you gotta do. Find yourself a decent Isaac Clarke, then you're golden. Because that is waiting to be a movie.
That is literally waiting.
Some similar ones to it. Like you got Event Horizon. I don't know if you've ever seen Event Horizon. It's sort of similar, but it's not. It hasn't got like the Necromorphs, but it's sort of like sort of similar style. How like say the Markers messing with the Reds. The Event Horizon, the Event Horizon is doing it to them. It's a really good movie. If you never watched Event Horizon, top quality movie. It's got Sam Neill and Lawrence Fishburne in it. Getting quite an
okay.
I think late 90s that come out, but it's a really good movie. Really good.
Yeah,
it's a really good, like, sort of mind-boggling, crazy movie. But it's also Dead Space would be a lovely movie to actually make.
It would be.
Like, it'd be brilliant. Literally, copy, paste. There you go. Done.
To any studios that might actually think about it, if you need some engineers,
if you need
myself and Mel, you'd have to shave though.
No, that's staying. I'll just keep the helmet on. Because in the original, he keeps the helmet on.
But your face should be like this.
The beard be here.
You'd be able to do this like, "Hi, mate." Oh, that'd be funny. That's a really good question, B. Well done. But B said, Until Dawn movie.
Yeah,
I think that'd be quite decent.
Yeah, that'd be a good movie.
Yeah, because like the game is practically like a movie in some sense.
But again, copy paste. That's what you got to do.
Yeah,
that's literally all they got to do is find some good actors, copy paste, easy money, done.
Yeah, if only they did that for Resident Evil.
Oh, done. Like I always said, I'd love to meet Paul W. Anderson. I would love to meet him.
Just slap him
and just talk about movies and say why. Like why? All you got to do is copy and paste. No one cares about Alice. Like no one. Yeah. There's no Alice. Who's Alice?
They had a golden egg and they just cracked
it's still
it.
There.
Just cooked it.
That's the thing. The egg's still there. It's just
waiting
for someone to grab it, crack it open, fry it up. You know what I mean? That's literally it's there.
Yeah.
Millions and billions of waiting because everyone's crying out for a good Resident Evil. Because look at that TV show they recently made.
Oh, don't.
Like, I want to throw up. You know what I mean? It was awful. I got 2 episodes in and I was like, nah, I'm good.
I only made it one.
Yeah, it was awful. I mean, people were crying out for a good, like a live action one. Don't get some of the animated ones, ain't too bad, but actually just make a good one, please. Like, I'll direct it. I've played it, and I've been playing Resident Evil for 25 years. I was playing it before we done this. I was playing Resident Evil 3 OG. You know what I mean? It's like, I'll direct it. It's not hard. Like, you zombies scared. They're done.
I'll be Chris. I'll be there punching the boulder.
Yeah, well, don't worry. We'll get a boulder you can punch. I can be
I'd like one of those muscle suits.
I can be Jill.
Yeah, I'll be Jill.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right. What number are we on now? Because you did your 5 and 6.
No. Hold on.
Because you had Hobbit.
Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I've just done my 6. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So my 5 and 6 is I couldn't choose. So this film is there's 3 parts to it, and I can't choose 1 and 2. I've mixed them together. I'm spicing things up.
Breaking the rules.
So Back to the Future 1 and 2. One of my favorite films. One of my favorite films of all time. I've got the 3 DeLoreans literally just behind my Yu-Gi-Oh cards because I'm a child. And I love Michael J. Fox. He's one of the sweetest guys around. Obviously, unfortunately, he has got Parkinson's, which is not nice to see. But like, I can remember the first time seeing Back to the Future 1 and Back to the Future 2, and my eyes just lit up. I do love like futuristic stuff, especially for his time as well. It was quite revolutionary in regards to like futuristics. People got super excited because they didn't go overboard in regards to the year difference. It was like from 1985 to like 2010 or something like that, or 2015. So it was practically around the corner. And yeah, I love the story of it. I love the writing. I love the cast. Like Doc Brown, such an iconic character.
Yeah, he's a good character.
You got Biff. Yeah, and it's cool how it ties in. I hated Back to the Future Part 3. I thought it was just a really quick cash grab, just because of the title. I didn't like it at all.
Really
but interesting fact.
3. Again, it's
Part 3 is when they go. Yeah, it's weird. So Part 1 they go back in time.
Yeah.
Part 2 they go into the future. Part 3 they go back in time again, but they go back to like the cowboy era.
Oh yeah, I can't remember that. I can't remember that at all. Again, it's been like 20 years or so.
Yeah, it was stupid. But interesting fact, in that film, Michael J. Fox actually got hanged by accident.
I remember
cord.
Saying that. Yeah.
Yeah, because in the scene he's about to get hung on the clock tower, and spoiler, and the cord behind the actual noose snaps, and he's actually being hung for real. So what you see in the movie is actually him getting hung. But yeah, one of my favorite films, cult classic. Now my number 6 for me, this brings in British culture and my favorite type of movies, which is zombies. Shaun of the Dead.
Oh yeah, Shaun of the Dead. Yeah, that is.
Love Shaun of the Dead. It's such an iconic movie.
If I had
It's
to make
so
a top
funny.
20, it'd be in my top 20. That would. Shaun of the
Yeah.
Dead's brilliant. It's really good, and it's actually not a bad horror film either.
It's not. It's
That's not
not.
too
There's
bad
there's
at
some
all.
elements to it. Yeah. And it's just it brings in like the sort of bromance into the movie and the comedic side and obviously the sadness as well. But yeah, it's such an iconic movie. And for me, the most iconic scene is when Shaun, like when he wakes up after on the night out and he's walking towards a shop and he's just so drunk, like hungover. Everything is happening around him, but he's just so adamant to go to the shop to get himself a cornetto.
Yeah, because he moves like a zombie, doesn't he? Because he does that.
He does.
He does that like moan and all that.
Yeah.
I remember. It's a really good movie. Again, if you haven't seen Shaun of the Dead, it's really good. Again,
It is
now 20 years now. That was early 2000s.
It's gotta be, yeah.
Easy. Early 2000s.
Yeah.
That came out. That was on
and
DVD.
Yeah, and it's just so iconic. Honestly, and the little jokes here and there.
Yeah, we just go down to Winchester.
And Ed.
Go down to Winchester, have a pint, and wait for all to blow over.
Yeah. It's honestly, it's such a
And do you know Dolph can't
film.
look up?
Yeah.
Dolph can't look up.
That's
in the movie. That's in the movie, by the way.
Yeah.
That's in the movie.
Yeah, I do love the scene when they're walking through like London and they're all trying to mimic zombies.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, Ed's probably the best character.
Easily.
So funny. He's so funny.
He is. Like when Shaun gets tackled by the cashier zombie and he's like, wait there. And he turns the zombie, he's like, what? And he just goes, takes a little picture. That's great. Right. So that's my 5 and 6. So what's your 7 and 8?
Ooh. This one again is an old school classic. I hope you've seen this. Tango and Cash.
I have never heard of that film in my life. Tango and Cash. Tango and Cash.
Heard of Tango and Cash?
Right, I'm gonna have to do some research. Tango and Cash. Sounds like an animated thing.
Animated thing.
Oh, it's got Kurt Russell and
Sylvester Stallone. Yeah, the cops.
Adrian.
The cops.
Nope, never heard of it.
Well, that's the end of the Skill Whisper podcast. It was a good run. We done 12 episodes.
Well, according to Rotten Tomatoes, it's not that good. It's 31%.
Yeah, don't worry about that. The movie's brilliant. It's a fantastic movie.
1989.
Yeah. You not heard of Tango and Cash?
Nope, never heard of it.
I'm actually shocked. I'm genuinely shocked. I thought you would have heard it. Like,
No, never heard of it.
Brilliant movie. You got the guy with the massive chin. I can't remember his name.
The guy with a massive chin. Well, Sylvester Stallone.
No, it's another guy. He goes, "You broke my jaw," and he spoilers. He electrocutes him.
Oh, Jack Palance.
It might be. Yeah, he's got like a massive jaw, and he goes, "You broke my jaw," and Kurt Russell goes, "You broke that jaw." And he went, "Yeah." But like, again, the two cops that get set up for something they didn't do, and they get put in prison, and you see like two cops in prison, and they get put in general. So they got to like try and survive, get themselves out of prison. Then at the end, it turns into one big shootout. They just shoot everything. But again, it's such an iconic film. I cannot sing Tango and Cash.
Never heard of it. It sounds like a video game. It really does.
Basically, it pretty much is the way the film goes. Is like they could make a video game of it. I need some older people around here, like all these young.
There's only a couple of years difference.
Yeah, but like these younguns, like Tango.
Like, it sounds like Crash Bandicoot. Exactly.
You're putting that on your list. You're watching. Put it on your list. You're watching Tango and Cash.
I will.
Put it on your list. It's brilliant. I reckon you'll like it because again, it's got that like, tongue-in-cheek moments. It's got the sort of like serious moments. It's got big old shootouts. It's got the funny moments. It's a great movie. I love it. Yeah, I love Tango and Cash. I'm actually genuinely shocked. I thought you'd watch it.
I can tell.
Yeah. Like,
no, never heard of it. Never seen it.
As Kix just said, it sounds like Crash Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot, yeah. It does, mate. Honestly, if we weren't doing like a top 10 movies, I would have said what games are.
Okay, well, can I start banning people?
It's like Ratchet and
Don't
Clank.
get me wrong,
you
I
know?
understand like Kick's not getting it because he's like post Minecraft, but like, like honestly, I watched the first watch of VHS. It's brilliant. I love Tango and Cash. I ain't watched it in years. I have to watch it. It's brilliant.
Hmm.
Right, I'll move on to my next one now. For that one, I've got to recover. No,
You're
this
not.
one,
I was gonna say you're not angry. You're disappointed.
brilliant. Like, this one you've definitely seen. I'm pretty much sure everyone's seen this. The Terminator.
Yeah, of course.
That'd have been it. We would have stopped the recording.
John
Stopped.
Connor.
Yeah,
Ah.
I think the first Terminator movie, Arnie says 50 words.
Mm.
I think he actually
That's
says
all of
50
them are
words.
iconic.
Yeah, I'd be back.
Yeah.
Again, it's an iconic movie. I love Terminator. I've seen it so many times. Always going to put Judgment Day, second one.
Mm.
I need your boots, your bike, and your clothes. But for me, the first one's the most iconic one. Where Arnie's
First one's most iconic.
because where you don't say anything, he's actually like a cold machine. Like he plays the role
Yeah.
perfectly, and he's just got
He
one
does.
mission. There's one mission. Spoilers: the film's like 40+ years old now.
Yeah.
He's got one mission to kill Sarah Connor, and that's what he.
hmm
And obviously, John Connor. Is it John Connor? It is John Connor, isn't it?
Well, the son.
Yeah, because matey Connor's. Oh no, Carl Reese. Sorry, Carl Reese.
Yeah.
He gets sent back with the Terminator to obviously protect Sarah
He does.
Connor,
Yeah.
who's John Connor's mother.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, you got some iconic scenes there. Arnie, I'll be back. Spoilers.
Yeah.
And he drives a car through the police station. Then he takes out an entire police station.
Yeah.
And you can see the desperation. I love the movie. I've seen it so many times. Again, my favourite part of it, because where Arnie literally says only 50 words the whole movie, it just he plays the role really well.
He really does.
Because at the time, he
a
couldn't
lot
really
of
speak
people
English.
didn't take him seriously.
No, because he couldn't
he
really
couldn't.
speak English. That's why he's so good for the role. But yeah, I still can't be seen Tango and Cash. I'm sorry, I can't get over that.
I'll put it on my list.
Yeah, you have to watch. I think you'll really like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, Terminator. I love Terminator. I've seen it so many times. Watched it back in
Yeah.
the day in VHS, and yeah, I love it. Second one's really good. Third one, well, apart from the second one onwards, it's like they're not that good.
Well, the most recent one that came out, they brought back Sarah Connor because after so it ties in with the second one, and it's really good. I actually didn't mind it. I thought it was actually half decent.
It might just be me, like being stuck in my old ways.
Old fashioned.
Yeah, old fashioned. I just love Terminator 1 and 2.
Oh yeah, look, that is like the first one. Yeah, it's 100% is up there in regards to like the rankings of the Terminators, easily.
But that is my 7 and 8.
Well, my 7 and 8. This one is more sentimental, but I do still love the movie. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Yeah, good movie.
So my nan used to watch this film on repeat. Now, she didn't have a DVD player or nothing. She had one of those Freeview TVs, and you had to go through the magazine to see what things were on. And that film was always on, and she always put it on. So that film is mentally burnt into my memory bank. But it is a great film, and that film is ancient now. I think it was 40s, 50s, maybe. Something like that. But yeah, great film. If you do like old sort of Western classics, yeah, 100% recommend it. Now this one is more recent, per se. Forrest Gump. I do like Forrest Gump.
Yeah. Really good. Teaches you a lot of lessons, Forrest Gump.
It really does, and it teaches you that Jenny is not a very nice person. No, she everyone felt sorry for her. I thought she was a dick. I really did. But again, like with Tom Hanks, he's one of my all-time favorite actors.
Yeah, he's brilliant. He's a phenomenal actor. Really good.
He is. I was gonna. Yeah, well, he's got two sons. He's got who's the one that's more of an actor, but he's got another one that's a rapper, but he's a bit of a bit of a dick apparently. But yeah, so for me, it was either going to be Forrest Gump or Money Pit. I don't know if you've ever seen that film. That film is more comedy than it is.
It sounds really familiar. Money Pit. It's ringing bells.
It's where he buys this mansion for like dirt cheap. But as soon as everything looks fine, just needs a little bit of touching up. The second he gets handed the keys, everything goes wrong.
Oh,
the house needs to be knocked down and rebuilt, and it's just so funny. Like for me, an iconic scene in that. He's walking in this room and he's waiting for the I think it's the plumber to arrive because the entire water is just filled with sewage. And he just he's in the top floor and he just sinks because there's a random hole in the floor. And because he's standing on carpet, it catches him. So now he's permanently stuck like this. And because it's closing on his ribs, every time he talks, he laughs. So when the plumber finally arrives, and he's like, "Oh, this is just some game," he's not answering the door. He's like, "No, help!" But he's properly laughing, and it's just, it's hilarious. But yeah, I was gonna tie that in with Forrest Gump. I thought, you know what? I thought I would lean more into Forrest Gump. But yeah, that's my 7 and 8. What's your 9 and 10?
Oh, my one. It's probably the best Christmas movie ever made.
Die Hard?
Die Hard, yeah.
Yeah,
it's a Christmas movie at this point. It's the best Christmas movie ever made. And it's probably the only one I've actually watched. So, again, iconic. John McClane, Nakatomi Building, welcome to the party, pal. As he's thrown the body out the window. Welcome to the party, pal.
Yeah.
Yippee-ki-yay, you motherfucker. I mean, it's sweet.
Yeah.
It's all burnt into my brain. Like, I've seen that movie so many times, especially at Christmas time. That's why it's the best Christmas movie ever made. And Die Hard 2 is really good as well. And Die Hard 3 is really good.
It is good. Because I always get mixed up. So, because Die Hard 2, you had Alan... Is it Alan Rickman in number 2?
He's number
was
one.
That number 1?
He's number 1.
Number 1. Right, okay, now I remember, yeah.
Number 2 is the airport.
Yeah,
and number 3 is Alan Rickman's brother. Not his actual brother, but the on-screen brother is Die Hard with a Vengeance or something. It's the one where he's got all the bombs around the city and that, and he's got to try and defuse them all.
Because is that the one with Samuel L. Jackson?
Yeah, and Jeremy Irons is the villain.
Yeah, because I don't know if you've ever seen Die Hard 4.5. I watched that, and it is horrific.
Yeah,
it's bad.
If you've never seen Die Hard, just watch 1, 2, and 3, and then you're golden. You don't need to watch anymore.
No.
And if you ain't seen Die Hard,
really don't.
I don't know what you're doing. It's the best Christmas movie ever.
If you haven't seen Tango and Cash, let us know in the comments below so I'm not alone.
Like, come on. Like, I cannot see Tango and Cash. Honestly. I know there's
let me live that down.
No, I would have thought you'd have watched it, personally. But, Die Hard, again, iconic movie, John McClane. It's always burnt into my brain. I love the movie. I can watch it all the time. It's brilliant. Yeah. Even the follow ones are really good. You don't really get that in movies. Usually the second ones and third ones are like... But with Die Hard, 2 and 3 are really good.
Yeah. They are really good.
I ain't seen second as much as the third one. The third one was on TV all the time back in the day. But
it was, yeah.
But I've really, really loved Die Hard 1. And I'm so glad it's a Christmas movie now, so...
Yeah, it is. And it's probably the most iconic Christmas movie. Yeah. That and The Grinch, I would probably say.
And if people wondering why it's classed as a Christmas movie, because the actual movie is set at Christmas time.
Yeah.
So that's why it's classed as a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Alright, and my 10th.
Yeah.
If you've not seen this, we're going to have problems. Like, big problems. Like,
right.
Big.
Right, here we go. Oh, I'm nervous now.
Bigger than Tango and Cash.
Mm-hmm.
Rambo First Blood.
Oh, mate, of course I've seen that. That's my Bam's favourite film. Yeah. That's my Bam's favourite film.
Rambo. I think it's my first ever Stallone movie I ever watched back in the day.
Yeah.
Because when I grew up, a little history lesson now, I didn't watch Disney films. Like, you can probably name me a load of Disney films. I probably haven't watched them because what I grew up watching was like your Jasons, your Freddys, your Leatherfaces, and movies like Rambo, Die Hard.
Yeah.
Like a movie I was going to put on the list, but I haven't seen it in a long time, was Full Metal Jacket.
I watched that again recently, and I forgot how good the film is.
Yeah, there was a time when I was a kid, I actually knew it word for word. I used to act it out. My mum said I used to be in the front room and act it out. I used to watch it like 15 times a day. And actually act it out in the front room and knew it word for word. But yeah, those are the sort of movies I watch. And like Rambo was like one of the first like Stallone movies, and like Rambo First Blood is iconic. And if you ain't watched it,
it is a phenomenal movie.
It's the old
it makes saying, you want to be Rambo.
Yeah, like going Rambo. What people say in video games, I'm going to go Rambo. They go because spoilers. Like he takes on the whole town by himself. And
he does,
and especially like the forest scene. Like they were going to that forest scene is brilliant. It's so good.
It's stunning.
Yeah, it's so good because obviously spoilers. They obviously go hunting down the forest, but he creates because he's a Green Beret, so he
is. Yeah,
he creates all these traps in that, and obviously he snares a lot of them. The actual people and the traps are quite brutal. He don't kill them. He just maims about 10 of them. And then it goes towards the end of the forest scene where they're coming out of the forest, but you can hear all the people just howling in pain. Where they've all been caught in these traps and that. And I think his commanding officer says, no, he maimed them. Like, if he wanted to, they would all be dead. Like,
yeah.
And there's this, like, I think it's the mine. He gets, like, sort of, like, blood, like, because at the end of the forest part, he goes into that little mine area, don't he?
Yeah, the mine shaft, yeah.
Yeah, because that's when he does like the like sews himself up and that.
Yeah.
There's an actual little story about that. Do you know when in the first part where he jumps down off the cliff and the tree it's in, it cuts him. He's got that cut.
Yeah.
Do you know, he actually went to the actual hospital there to see if it actually worked and see if they actually.
Oh yeah, to see if it was realistic.
Realistic, and he actually went to the hospital and they actually believed it. That it was actually real. And they actually tried to sum him up and said, no, it's fake. He just wanted to see.
Yeah.
And another little fact as well. Do you know Stallone actually got... No, it's a totally different movie, but... filming Rocky 4 with Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah, he actually gets knocked out.
Yeah, Dolph Lundgren actually knocked him out.
Yeah.
He actually knocked him
he was a hard get.
Yeah, because he was a black belt in... something, and he had a PhD where he can literally like make chemical bombs and that. Dolph Lundgren, he's a very smart individual. He can make bombs if he wanted.
Oh yeah,
he's like a chemical scientist or something. But he actually knocked out Stallone in Rocky 4. I think he spent like a day in hospital. I think. But again, Rambo 2 is pretty good. Rambo 3.
I've never seen Rambo 3.
Trying to remember Rambo 3. Because then you had a Rambo, didn't you? Where
it was really strange.
Yeah, because it gets really weird, and like Rambo is actually quite brutal. Like the film, if you're squeamish, don't watch that. Because spoilers, you actually see him rip someone's throat out with his hands and that. It's quite it's quite mad. But the original Rambo, I love it. Oh, fantastic film. I'm pretty sure it's my first ever Stallone movie.
My first Stallone movie was Demolition Man with him and Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a really good one.
Yeah,
I could go on for movies.
Yeah, that was my first. Yeah, that was my first Stallone movie.
You ever watch Cobra?
Yes.
Yeah, Cobra's a really good one. Stallone, the Axe Gang, whatever they're called.
I'm trying to think of other Stallone ones.
Because in Cobra, you got that one scene where mate he's threatening to blow up the supermarket, and Stallone goes in there. And he goes, don't move, I'll blow the supermarket up. And Stallone goes, I don't shop here anyway.
Yeah.
See, I miss those sort of movies where they have the iconic
just
one-liners.
One-liners. Yeah. And like, because obviously they had that battle between Arnold and Stallone because they had to try and get the next
one
big
up each
hit.
other, yeah.
Yeah, because like Arnold has some really iconic ones when he goes knock knock, or he just goes wrong.
Yeah, look, Arnie's ones, like, you can go on for Arnie, like Commando, Running Man, like
Yeah,
Total Recall,
Kindergarten Cop.
Kindergarten Cop, Put the Cookie
Yeah.
Down,
Yeah,
like
and,
Terminator, like,
one
so good.
one film that no one likes that he was in, but I do like it because I do class it as a Christmas film because it is based in Christmas. Is Turbo Man?
Oh yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, it's a terrible film,
Mm.
but I do love it because it's just bad.
Do you know that Arnie was actually in a horror movie?
Yeah, Predator.
No. End of Days, it's called.
End of Days.
Yeah, End of Days. He fights the devil. Arnie fights the devil, pretty much.
Hmm.
It's a really good movie. It's
I've never seen it.
Yeah, it's a less known one of Arnie, but it's basically Arnie and he's fighting Satan, as Arnie does. He's fighting Satan, and you watch it. It's actually really good. If you ain't actually ever seen it, it's really good. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's called
I
End
gotta
of
watch
Days.
that Tango and Cash first, though.
Yeah, you got to.
Fair play.
Eraser's another
right, so
movie as well, Arnie. You're
Race.
Eraser.
Wasn't it? No, I know I haven't seen that film, but there was one he was in. It's not Face Off. What's it called?
That's Nicolas Cage doing the film.
Yeah, I can't remember what film because it'll come to me eventually. But
Is it the
he
one
was
where
in
he's
like a
cloned?
futuristic. Yes.
Because you got one where he's cloned. That's Eraser, I'm pretty sure.
Oh no.
Yeah, and
It's not
the
that one,
futuristic one you're probably thinking of is Total Recall.
Total Recall. That's the one.
Douglas Quaid.
Yeah.
And you got the woman with the
yeah.
try. Yeah.
Yeah.
Total Recall was a brilliant movie, and they tried to remake that and all. That was remake.
Yeah, because they had because he's Irish. The main
Colin
guy, Farrell.
That's it, Colin Farrell. I need to say Colin Firth, but that's the other bloke.
Yeah. I have a certain set of skills.
But the actual Total Recall, again, if you've never seen the original Total Recall, go and watch it. It's an amazing film. I love it. It's brilliant.
It is phenomenal.
Again, if we was doing top 20, it'd be on my list. Total Recall, brilliant.
Yeah. So my number 9 and my number 10. Now I was really conflicted. Really, really conflicted. So I had Disney, and then I had my normal ones. So my normal ones. So my number 9 is The Matrix. Love The Matrix.
Yeah, brilliant movie. Yeah,
phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Again, like it really messes up with your mind, and like loads of people jumped on this bandwagon that there is actually like a simulation going on.
Keanu Reeves himself called it a documentary. Yes, he said it's a documentary. Yeah. It's not a film. It's a documentary. So
yeah,
maybe we can do an episode on this, right?
Yeah, like conspiracy theories and stuff like that. I think that'll be a good episode. Yeah, I love The Matrix. I love number 2 as well. Like some really good fight scenes. There was more CGI in that than compared to number 1, which I didn't mind, but it looked a little bit janky, especially when he fights like 100 Agent Smiths.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, it's a cool scene.
Yeah, really good scene.
Yeah. But then the third one was all right. But unfortunately, I did watch the fourth. The most recent Matrix.
It's not good at all.
Metal Ice, mate. Honestly, if your life depended on it, I still wouldn't watch it.
Oh, you read that? Someone clip that, please.
Oh no! Like I didn't mean like if your life depended on it, I wouldn't watch it.
And I can edit that. And I can use
I would do that horrendously. So like, if my life depended on it, I still wouldn't watch it. It was so bad. Do you want me to give you the rundown?
Yeah, go on.
So, turns out the Matrix 1, 2, and 3, turns out Keanu is a game developer, and those are games, all right? But then But then it becomes real life again, and he meets Trinity, but Trinity recognizes him but doesn't really. And then Morpheus is played by not Lawrence Fishburne. He's played by another character, which he doesn't sound like him, doesn't act like him. It's just stupid. And then suddenly Keanu in the real world has these actual powers, and it's just stupid.
Yeah,
honestly,
I don't think I'll watch that.
It lost me within the first 20 minutes. Like I was like, it's so disappointing because it doesn't pick off from where it last ended in number 3 when Keanu, Neo sacrificed himself for everyone. It doesn't pick up from that. It really peeved me off. Number 10, another Keanu Reeves movie, which I hope they will be a part 2. Constantine.
Love Constantine. Apparently, he said that he wants to play Constantine again. He does. Yeah, that's what he's saying. He wants hopefully soon play Constantine again. So it's probably in the works. Because if he's saying that, he's probably there's probably something going on. Because Constantine's a really good movie.
Yeah,
it's a really good movie.
It is. It really is, and the actors in it is phenomenal. I can't remember because he did an interview. I want to say it was Jimmy Fallon, I think it is, and he said, "Look, if you could play a character that you previously played again, tell us, and just to make you aware, if you say the name, you will be slashed up like that." And he said, "Well, it doesn't normally happen." But he said, "If I could play anyone, it would be John Constantine. I would love to go revisit that. It's such an iconic movie."
I bet a lot of
that's my 9
because again, it's not a well-known movie of Keanu Reeves. It's quite an old movie now. It's 20 years old, 20 years old. But it's a brilliant movie, really.
But it's phenomenal.
Yeah, really good movie.
Yeah, I was conflicted with that, and I think it's Devil's Advocate or something, or when he's a lawyer. Have you seen that film?
Oh, I know what you're on about. Yeah, I know what you're on about.
Yeah, I was conflicted because that's a good movie as well. But my Disney choices would have to be Cars or Iron Giant, which I don't know if that's actually Disney or it could be Pixar.
I couldn't tell you.
But
look, I didn't watch Disney movies, so I couldn't tell you.
Yeah,
generally.
But I do like Cars and I do like the Iron Giant. I used to watch it when I was a kid. But yeah, my 9 and 10, Matrix and Constantine. I would love for another Constantine.
Hold on, let's go. Theory crafting. John Constantine. John Wick. Is John Wick John Constantine?
Both Johns. You never know.
Because he wears a suit in Constantine.
He does.
And he wears a suit in John Wick.
Yeah.
So are they the same person? They're going to cross over. John Wick comes John Constantine and fights demons instead.
Like for me, an iconic scene out of that is when John is on the brink of death and he just and the devil comes down and he's just there sparking up a cigarette.
Yeah, is that and then the suddenly gets part. Is that in the hospital?
It is, yeah. And he literally is about to get transported into heaven, and he looks behind him to the devil, and he just does this.
yeah.
Oh, it's such a funny scene, and it's really iconic. If you could pick additional 2 movies, because we've only hit an hour, if you could pick additional 2 movies to meet the list, what would you pick?
That is a question. 2 movies.
You look really serious now.
Yeah, I'm thinking now. Got me on the spot.
Because I got 2 questions. I got that one and another one. It's basically reverse to what B asked.
Oh, what movie into a game? Oh, I'll do the what movie into a game. Tango and Cash. No, that's it. That would be Tango and Cash. Like Starship Troopers. I know it's already been games, but
like
an actual proper game, like an actual proper game of Tango and Cash, but not Starship Troopers would be amazing. Like sort of like set like Dead Spacey, like in that sort of style, survival horror. I think that'd be like phenomenal. Then again, like Terminator's a game. Not a very good one.
There's been quite a few. Yeah.
Rambo would be a good game. That might be a good survival game. Rambo first.
Well, they did bring. I don't know if you've ever seen. They have released a Rambo game.
No, I didn't know this. Oh no.
Oh, I will pay for you to play it. Like, I will buy the game for you to play it, and you'll be so disappointed. Do you want to tell you what type of game it is?
Yeah, go on.
It's one of those shooter rail games for the Xbox.
Oh.
So you physically can't move. It's like Time Crisis.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, they called it a Rambo game. Yeah, I think a proper Rambo game.
Yeah, like a proper survival Rambo game. Like, don't have to follow the movie. You just have the character. Maybe they do one of these missions where he's in Green Beret or something. Like, I mean, like something like that. Like a proper actual survival game might be pretty good. It's sort of like not like Metal Gear Solid, but like sort of along that line.
Yeah.
I think it would be really good. Because then again, we've not really had like a really good sort of like Metal Gear Solid style game since Metal Gear Solid, really.
Yeah, since the OGs, yeah.
I know, obviously, this year we got the remake of Snake Eater, which I'm really looking forward to. It's quite expensive, though, so I might have to wait for a going price.
How much is it?
Standard edition, 70 quid. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. It better be the best remake ever done, because that's quite 70 quid.
Yeah. Have you heard, completely off topic, but have you heard about the Nintendo Switch 2?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mate, have you seen how much they're charging their games?
Yeah, it's 80 quid, isn't it? I mean, it's 80 quid. Yeah.
80 quid for Mario Kart. Oh, Jesus.
80 quid.
My two movies to be turned into games. I think Constantine, I think that'll be a good movie, good game. Again, they can just copy and paste, it'll be fine. Obviously, they'll have to change a couple of things. And I would either do. Django Unchained, I think it would be a really good story game, like a first-person story game. Because it would be like a little bit like Red Dead Redemption to a certain degree. Or no, I think that's it. I think that's mine too. But yeah, right. So, what was my previous question again?
2 additional movies to the list.
Yeah.
I've got one. The original Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yes. Yeah.
That's a brilliant movie. That is like
it's
mid-70s. I think that's like 1974, I believe. But it's done so well. Like, it's so like, gritty and like, it's a brilliant. I ain't seen it in years, but I always remember watching it as a young lad. And I was like, this is quite mad.
Because it's not as gruesome as compared to like Starship Troopers. It's not as gruesome because you don't really get to see much of it.
No,
but it's just, I think again, it's the atmosphere.
Because obviously, like,
in
the time, because it is the atmosphere of it and all, like, for its time and all. I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong. Obviously, I've been born around this area. Like, I don't think there's any sort of movie of its kind out.
No, not at the time. No,
because the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Everyone thought that was a true story, but it's not. It's It's not actually based. Leatherface is actually based off a real person, Ed Gein.
Yeah.
And also Psycho. The Psycho movies. What's his name?
I was thinking of bloody American Psycho. Then that's
no. The Psycho movies. Oh, what's his name? Norman Bates. Norman Bates is also based off Ed Gein, and obviously if you don't know who Ed Gein is, just Google who he is. But Leatherface, I'm pretty sure is based, and Norman Bates is based off the same person. But yeah, again, for its time, it's such a brilliant. Even now, it still holds up. I'll say.
Oh, 100%.
Still holds up. Nearly 50 years, and it's still better than most modern day movies. I haven't watched it. Well, like the remakes. The latest. You ever watched the latest remake?
No, I haven't got a clue. Have you seen it?
Yeah, it's so bad. Like, you want me to tell you about it?
Yeah, go on.
There's a few spoilers, so I'll give it a couple of minutes for anyone that don't want to hear. Well, not a couple of minutes, a couple of seconds.
I was gonna say,
Yeah, a couple of minutes. We're sitting 4 minutes.
yeah, just not talk.
Yeah, just keep silence. But there's one part. There's a bus, right? There's about 20 people on this bus, right? They're all sort of partying and all this. Matey he's chasing gets on the bus, and obviously he's like everyone's just carry on partying, and Leatherface walks onto the bus.
I think I've seen it. Is
Yeah.
Jenna Ortega on it in the movie?
I don't know who that is, but like it's but yeah, he just goes in there and he just grabs his chainsaw and starts like there's like 20
Chop
people
them
on
up.
there. Yeah, and it's like, I'm watching, I'm thinking there's 20 of you. Just bum rush him. I mean, like
Yeah.
I mean, he's gonna kill a couple of you anyway. So the people he's gonna kill, you might as well use them as cannon fodder. You know what I mean? Like you might as well, wouldn't you? Like if you're gonna go out, at least go out swinging. You know what I mean? But there's another scene. All like I hate this. I hate this part. It's like matey's running away and he gets the chainsaw and he slides it on the floor and he cuts his foot off with the chainsaw. It's so bad.
But wait, how would that even work? Because even with chainsaws, you have to hold in the trigger because you got the choker and you got the trigger. So
it depends. Some of them they continuously run. Like,
right, okay.
You could sort of lock it in so it runs. It all depends on what it is. Like, but
JCB.
basically, it wouldn't work anyway. Like, but if I remember correctly, matey's running, he slides the chainsaw along the floor and he cuts his foot off of it, and I'm like, it could be. It starts off really good, the movie, like really good. Then it goes like rapidly, and you had the other remake as well. Which is called Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's the one where I think it's like three women and like cut men. I'm trying to remember actually. It's not too bad because then one of the women is related. She's a Sawyer because obviously Leatherface's name's Sawyer.
Yeah,
she's a Sawyer, and Leatherface's about to kill her, and he sees the tattoo. Then she don't kill her, and then she kills these other two men. Like he kills these other two men that's trying to kill her. Then she becomes his guardian, and it's like, like he just killed all your mates. Right, back to kill you now. You become his guardian, and it's like, because now the family, and it's like, all right, cool. Because that one begins the end of the. I think it's like carries on from the original. I think, but it's not as good. Like just watch the original one; it's so good. Even the second one ain't too bad, but the first one's just brilliant.
Oh, the OG is amazing. Like honestly, it's one of my favorite films. For me, yeah, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, 100%. I would add that onto the list. There is another film, and I've just been thinking for the past like 5 minutes. I can't think of the name of it, but it's got Samuel L. Jackson and Bruce Willis. Now, it's not Pulp Fiction.
No, yeah.
So Samuel L. Jackson, all of his bones break within like I could literally poke him and his arm would just snap.
Oh,
but then Bruce Willis he survives.
Is it called Unbreakable?
That's what I was thinking it was called because I know they did a spin-off called Glass.
Yeah. I know
because that movie was great.
I know what movie we're on about. Because Samuel Jackson obviously he's really fragile. He'll fall over and his bones are breaking. That, and obviously Bruce Willis is loose and healthy and things like. What's that film called?
I'm pretty sure it is called Unbreakable.
Unbreakable?
I'll have a look now. Yes, Unbreakable.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I thought it was Unbreakable.
Came out in 2000.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you had Glass, which I think was more recent. Because you had Split. I thought Split was a good film. I thought the guy,
James,
he's Scottish.
Split.
McAvoy.
Because it follows on another movie done it Split.
Yeah, it's based. It's the same director from Unbreakable.
Yeah.
So there's 3 films in total. But yeah, no, Unbreakable. I thought it was a really good film.
Yeah, I ain't seen that in years. Actually, I've only just actually remembered that since you mentioned it. Like, I ain't seen that in years. Unbreakable.
Yeah, good movie though.
Yeah.
Right, I think that should probably conclude today's episode. Obviously, thank you ever so much for watching. Let us know in the comments below what's your favorite top 10 movies, if you agree or disagree with us,
And
or if you
also,
agree that Tango and Cash is not a real film.
that's what I was about to say. And if you have seen Tango and Cash, let us know, because that means
I don't think it's a real film.
it's a real film. You're watching it.
But yeah, until next time, take care, look after yourself, and we'll catch you all on the next one.
Toodles.
Toodles.